This is the City of David in Jerusalem, the oldest part of the most excavated city on Earth. Archaeologists have been digging here for 150 years. They have found roads walked by pilgrims 2,000 years ago, walls built in the time of Abraham, seals bearing names from the Bible. But there is a problem with digging. Every time you dig, you destroy something. You cannot undig a hole. Every shovel of soil removed is a context lost forever. And in the most historically sensitive city on Earth, where every layer contains something irreplaceable, digging has a cost that archaeology has been paying for 150 years. An Israeli research team just solved this problem using particles from outer space. They scanned the underground of Jerusalem without digging a single hole, without moving a single stone. And what appeared on their screens has been sitting hidden beneath the oldest city in the world, unseen for centuries. Welcome back to Grand Structures. This is how Israel just changed archaeology forever. Jerusalem has been continuously inhabited for approximately 5,000 years. In that time, it has been conquered, destroyed, rebuilt, expanded, and rebuilt again by Canaanites, Israelites, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Crusaders, Ottomans, and the modern state of Israel. Every single one of them built on top of what came before. The result is the most archaeologically dense location on Earth. 20 distinct layers of civilization, each one containing objects, structures, and information about the people who lived there, and each one sitting directly on top of the one before it, meaning that to reach the oldest layers, you must excavate through every layer above it. Every excavation destroys context. When you remove a Byzantine floor to reach the Roman street beneath it, the Byzantine floor is gone. The relationship between the floor and the objects found on it, the context that tells you who put them there and when, is permanently lost. Archaeology is an irreversible process. You cannot put the dirt back. This is why archaeologists have always dreamed of a technology that could see underground without destroying anything. Not just scan the surface, see through meters of soil and rock to map what lies beneath without touching it. For most of the history of archaeology, that technology was science fiction. Israel just made it real.
To understand what Israeli scientists did, you first need to understand muons, because muons are the key to everything. Every second of every day, cosmic rays from deep space strike the upper atmosphere of Earth. When they hit air molecules, they produce showers of secondary particles, including muons. Muons are elementary particles similar to electrons, but about 200 times heavier. They travel at nearly the speed of light, and they pass through almost everything: rock, soil, concrete, you, right now. Thousands of muons are passing through your body every minute without you noticing. But here is the crucial property that makes muons useful for archaeology. They do not pass through everything equally. Dense materials absorb more muons. Empty spaces, tunnels, chambers, cavities absorb fewer. If you place a muon detector beneath or beside a structure, you can measure how many muons arrive from each direction. Where fewer muons arrive, there is dense material. Where more muons arrive than expected, there is empty space. Israeli researchers from Tel Aviv University deployed a muon detection system at the CityOfDavid site in Jerusalem, scanning for underground hollows and cavities without excavating a single centimeter of soil. The technology acts like an X-ray for the Earth, revealing hidden spaces beneath the surface using particles that arrive continuously from outer space. Not satellite imaging, not ground-penetrating radar, which only works at shallow depths and in certain soil conditions. Muon tomography, using the same cosmic particles that have been raining down on Jerusalem for billions of years, long before the first human ever walked there, as the imaging beam of the world's most patient X-ray machine. The results from the CityOfDavid scan confirmed something that immediately validated the technology. The muon detectors successfully identified known underground structures, tunnels, and spaces that archaeologists had already excavated and mapped through conventional methods. The technology was seeing what was already known, which means it can also see what is not yet known. And, alongside the known structures, spaces appeared in the scan that do not correspond to any previously excavated area. Underground volumes that the 150 years of archaeology at this site have not yet reached. Cavities and tunnels that exist beneath the CityOfDavid, confirmed by muon tomography, that have never been entered, never been examined, never been seen by human eyes since whatever civilization created them last sealed them shut. What is in those spaces? Nobody knows. They could be storage rooms from the First Temple period, the era of King David and King Solomon, 3,000 years ago. They could be water cisterns cut by Canaanites before the Israelites arrived. They could be Byzantine hiding places used during the Roman conquest. They could be crusader chambers sealed when Saladin retook the city in 1187. The muon scan tells you the space exists and roughly how big it is. It cannot tell you what is inside. That combination, knowing a space exists without knowing what is in it, is the most powerful position in archaeology. Because now, the decision of whether and how to excavate can be made with complete information. No more digging in the dark hoping to find something. No more destroying Byzantine layers to reach Roman layers that turn out to be empty. Every future excavation in Jerusalem can now be targeted, precise, and justified by evidence that already exists.
Israel demonstrated this technology at the most archaeologically sensitive site in the world, but the implications reach every ancient site on Earth. The Egyptian pyramids have already been scanned using muon tomography, with a French-Egyptian project called Scan Pyramids discovering a previously unknown void inside the Great Pyramid of Giza in 2017. The Israeli application at the CityOfDavid is the next step, using improved detectors and refined software to achieve higher resolution maps at sites where the geology and soil conditions are more complex than open desert. Pompeii, where thousands of rooms remain unexcavated beneath volcanic ash, and where conventional excavation has been limited for decades because of cost and preservation concerns. Petra in Jordan, the rose-red city carved into rock, where Israeli archaeologists have had collaborative partnerships and where dozens of undiscovered chambers are suspected beneath the surface. Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the ancient city of Teotihuacan in Mexico. Every major archaeological site in the world where what is above ground represents only a fraction of what is below it. The technology Israel demonstrated in Jerusalem is not just an Israeli achievement. It is the tool that will change how humanity recovers its history. Every ancient city on Earth has more hidden beneath it than has ever been found. For the first time, we can see where to look before we dig. Israel has been digging up its past for 150 years. Every time a pipe breaks, every time a road is built, every time a foundation is poured, something ancient appears. We covered this in our Every Time Israel Digs a Hole video. The country cannot build anything without finding something older beneath it. But now, for the first time, Israel can see what is underground before deciding to dig. Not with a shovel, not with a drill, with cosmic particles that have been raining down on Jerusalem since before the first human stood on its hills. The same particles that pass through mountains, that pass through your body right now, that arrive from deep space without asking permission, they are now mapping the underground of the world's most ancient city, one muon at a time. Israel found a way to see through the ground in Jerusalem, no digging required. What has been hidden beneath the most contested, most excavated, most studied city on Earth is finally becoming visible. And what is in those unmapped chambers beneath the City of David, that question will drive archaeology for the next 50 years. Here is what I want to know. If muon tomography can map any underground space without digging, which ancient site on Earth would you scan first? And what do you think is hidden beneath Jerusalem that has never been found? Drop your answer below. Subscribe to Grand Structures and watch our Every Time Israel Digs a Hole video right after this, because that story and this one are the same story, told from opposite directions. One with a shovel, one without.